Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Sunday, January 21st, 2018. Now, what's going on today is that we've still got the moon hanging out right here in Pisces, okay? Bringing our attention again to what's going on inside us, to some internal stuff, what's happening with us emotionally and spiritually, okay? It also brings our attention as well to the past, to overcoming some things from the past so that it is that we can really begin to move forward and do things that we want in our own way. Okay, so I think that's what we are thinking about today. With the moon in a sextile to Mercury at the very, very end of yesterday and into today, anything I think that we were feeling on the inside, any attention that we were paying to what was going on within us was then helping us here to get more insights about our life, about where our life is going, about our career, about our life direction, and about our reputation in some way. Perhaps paying attention to what was going on inside us as well was helping us to think better about where our life is going, as well as to communicate better about it with other people too, being a thing. Okay, so I think that's what's going on here. We're just trying to listen to our spirit, listen to what's going on within us, inside us emotionally, to figure out now how we can put our life in a better spot, be comfortable with where our life is going, and start to move forward on that, okay? Another reason why I say that is the case, because shortly after the moon makes this sextile to Mercury at 3 a.m. Utah time this morning, the moon is then also going to make a sextile over here to Pluto, which is running very close to Mercury. Okay, really helping us here again to get more comfortable, I want to say, with where our life is going, to step into some of our power here and to make even more changes, okay, to our life, to our career, and to our just direction in general, now that we've had some time to take a step back, to check in with ourselves and to get right with ourselves on the inside. All right, so I think a lot of that is coming on. With Mercury and Pluto running so close to each other, there could be lots of intense conversations that start to come in today and this week. Lots of changes in the way that you communicate with people, or the way that you think about your relationships with people too. Because this is Pluto, and because the Sun and Venus are also running so close to each other as well, there also could be lots of conversations about changes you want to make in regards to relationships and to money. I mentioned this, I think, a few seconds ago, but us really having a chance to check in with ourselves internally and to take a step back is really helping us to figure out now what other changes we need to make in our life so that we can start to do some things that we want and really begin to move forward in a better way now that we've gotten more insights about our path and our life direction, okay? So I think that is what is coming in at 3 a.m., okay? Then after 3 a.m. at 5 a.m. Utah time, the moon is then going to make a trine over here to Jupiter in Scorpio. So any insights that you have received, I want to say the past day or so, while you've been taking a step back and listening to yourself internally here, is then going to help you to make some more changes in your life here, to do some things that you need to do, to end or begin some things here, to create more of a life that it is that you really want, and to fully step into a new chapter, step into a new life, feeling much better, more whole and more at peace with everything that is going on, okay? So that's what's happening there. Then after that, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Utah time, the moon is then going to come into a conjunction with Chiron. So lots going on today, okay? So after we've realized, you know what? This is what I need to feel comfortable with my life direction, and maybe these are some more things that I need to change, either inside or outside here, in order to step into my power, in order to step into my new life in a much better way. There could be some hard feelings that do come up at 2 o'clock with the moon on top of Chiron, okay? Maybe thinking, wait a second, I didn't know I was going to have to make more of these changes that are coming in, or wait a second, you know, now that I'm pushing forward to do something that really resonates with me, it's uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, it's hard, you know, I'm uncertain about what is going on here, okay? And I think we got some insights towards the end of yesterday and into today that we really need to move forward on to create more of the life that we want, to step into our new life, okay, and to end or begin some things so that we can really move forward. But now we're feeling uncomfortable about that, needing to not let any of those uncomfortable or hurt feelings get you down so that you really can begin to create the life that it is that you want, okay? The reason for that is because after that uncomfortable aspect to Chiron at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Utah time, the moon is then going to come into a trine with Mars, also in Scorpio, saying if you can do your best to manage any uncomfortable feelings that come up and to not let them get you down, there is a big opportunity at 6 o'clock at night to really begin to do things, change things, end or begin things so that you can create the life that it is that you really want, so that you can transform yourself from the inside out to really have the life that you want, to move forward in the direction that it is that you need to move in, and to overcome some things from the past so that you finally can begin to start feeling better, doing what it is that you want. But really needing to, I want to say, sit with perhaps some of these uncomfortable feelings about some of these insights that it is that you're having so that you can better refine your path, clarify your path, and begin to move forward in a way that I think is just going to make more sense to you inside and bring you more peace in later on, even if right now it's a little bit uncomfortable, okay? So that's what's going on there. Then after that, lots going on today at midnight. So the very, very end of the time frame this horoscope is for, the moon is then going to move into Aries. Okay, and that to me is when we start to get to the point where it really is all about living your life, living this new life that it is that you've been creating. Not like we're no longer creating it. Okay, we still do have Pluto and Jupiter in a sextile with each other. So we're still trying to change our life for the better, to create a life that really works for us in some way. But I think the moon into Aries really does mean, okay, time to live it, time to go for it, time to do and make things happen, with a lot of Mars energy coming in at the end of tomorrow, at the end of tonight. Okay, because we do have not only the moon making a trine to Mars, but we also have the moon then shortly after moving into Aries, which is a Mars-ruled sign, bringing action, passion, moving forward, doing things. And with the moon here coming into a first quarter moon in the next few days as well, really helping you to start to think more seriously about how you can act, do, and move forward in a way that really works for you. And I think we've been trying to make some changes for so long here, especially at the beginning of this year, to step into a life that is better for us. And I think the moon in Aries is really going to mark a big moment for us to say, okay, now that I've, started some of the changes, started to feel more comfortable with this and figure more things out, now I just have to do it. I have to live it. I have to make these changes happen and to put everything in place so that I can move forward on some things that are important to me, and really step into these things. Okay, so that's what's happening there. The moon also, shortly after it enters Aries, also going to sextile the sun too, really helping you the more you start to move forward on some things at the very, very end of today and into tomorrow, going to help you start to, I want to say, associate more with your future, achieve some of your big goals and dreams, feel a little bit better about the direction that your life is going in, and envision a future now that some of these big changes have been made in some way, and now that you're actually starting to step into some of these new things that are really, really good for you and starting to move forward on them. Okay, so that's what I have going on for you today. Just to go over some things very quickly about some things that are happening in the background that I did already mention a little bit earlier in this video, is that we do have Mercury and Pluto going on here, bringing up big changes in communication, the way that you communicate, the way that you think about your life, especially where it is your life is going. A lot of intense conversations too that could be a little bit challenging here about the life direction that you want, the career that you want, the reputation that you want coming in. With the Sun and Venus also happening, a lot of these intense conversations, which could be hard, about some changes that you want to make in your career and life direction, could have a lot to do with relationships, could have a lot to do with money, rearranging some of that stuff going on here, okay? With the Sun and Venus and Aquarius, it could have a lot to do with where you see your relationships going, where you see your life going, what kind of relationships can best support some of your goals and dreams, and what kind of money you need as well to finance some of that, okay? While that's going on, we also do have Mars here in a trine with Chiron. Okay, so as we're really starting to step into our power coming in today to do things that are important to us, to move forward on some big life direction that it is that we've been really trying to figure out the past few weeks and months. Again, we're still feeling uncomfortable. Some hurt feelings could come up, especially with the moon on top of Chiron today, and needing to, again, not let that get you down. Continue to make the changes, continue to move forward so that you can eventually feel better on the inside, even if you don't feel quite right now happening. That's going on. And then I did also mention Pluto in a sextile with Jupiter too, still giving you a lot of forward momentum to change your life for the better and to do all of that. And I think now we're starting to step into those changes. We're starting to act on them, especially at the end of today and into tomorrow. We're beginning to move forward on some of these things that it is that we're doing, okay? And instead of planning about it, instead of thinking about it, instead of making some major readjustments here, actually starting to live it here, bringing some kind of new energy in the way that we reach our goals, reach our dreams, and move forward, creating the life that it is that we want, okay? All right, so that's what's happening there. Now your card for the day is the Devil. Upright. This could definitely bring attachments to an old lifestyle, attachments to an old way of living, an old way of thinking, an old way of doing things, perhaps even attachments to old relationships, old people coming in and needing to break the attachments, break the addictions here so that you can free yourself from anything that has been holding you back, so that you can create a life that's better for you and that's just healthier for you as well. But you're never going to know what else is out there that is good for you and that is better for you unless you end some of these attachments, maybe to old ways of thinking too, so that you can start to step into your new life. I think now that we're starting to create a life that it is that we want here, we're having to totally rethink, especially with the Pluto Mercury thing going on. We're having to rethink our life, the way we do life, the way we, you know, think of ourselves and who we are, so that we can move forward. And I think today is a good day to let go of any old thoughts that you may have had too, with the moon and Pisces coming in. Let go of any old thoughts, any old things holding you back that are not good for you, that cannot help you create the best life possible. You want to let those go so that you can start to move forward in the next few days, doing the things that you want, that really resonate with you and that can help you later on create your best life possible, okay? So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.